I've lost count how many Republicans are running for this job. They'll have enough for an actual Hunger Games. That is an interesting bunch.
President Obama having some fun in Wisconsin this week out on the campaign trail. We're going to talk about it on the roundtable now. We're joined by Congressman Tom Cole, Republican of Oklahoma, Congressman Joaquin Castro, Democrat from Texas, and Gearan of the Washington Post covering Hillary Clinton, and Bill Kristol, editor of the Weekly Standard. We got to start out talking about Donald Trump. And Congressman Cole, you're a student of politics, a student of presidential campaigns. Does this help or hurt your party?
Oh, I think it probably helps. It's good.
Donald Trump helps?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Look, I look at this as this is somebody making a statement. He's got a certain following. I don't think he's anybody's second choice. I think that's his big problem in the race. And anything that draws attention at this stage is fine. But I don't think most people think Donald Trump is the Republican Party. He's never held an office, never really, been associated all that much directly with the party. So, at the end of the day, it adds to the color, but I don't think it hurts.
Gave up any chance of getting Latino votes this week, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And he's energized the Latino community. In fact, America Ferrera wrote an incredible thank you note to Donald Trump this past week about him doing that. The other thing is that he's put the other guys in a very bad position. Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio, for example, took about 3 weeks to come out and condemn Donald Trump, which was absolutely surprising that they wouldn't have the spine early on to stand up and say something.
I got to believe, Bill Kristol, that Donald Trump hears Jeb Bush attack him, Marco Rubio attack him, Mitt Romney attack him, and said, fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Cecilia said when you were talking with her earlier about the race that Donald Trump had done well despite these controversial comments. He's doing well because of these controversial comments. Now, I do think he has a limit on how well he will do because ultimately you can't win a presidential nomination just saying outrageous things. But he has tapped into real sentiments, and the Republican Party needs to channel those sentiments. Rick Perry handled it fine. I don't agree with you. Republicans have done fine handling Trump. Rick Perry said, just talking to you, look, I don't agree with him. He shouldn't have said what he said. But then he got right back on his message. So if they can incorporate the Trump message.
But you've had folks like Ted Cruz defend him, Bill.
Fine. You know what? It's a diverse party.
It's a
diverse party. It is a diverse party.
Listen,
you know what?
Bill,
Some people are very upset about illegal immigrants who do actually murder people.
Take 3 weeks. When the head of NASCAR comes out before Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio, you've got a problem.
Meanwhile, Ann Gearan, we are probably going to see Donald Trump in the debates. He's clearly in the top 10 right now, could dominate the stage.
Absolutely. I mean, he does an amazing thing, right? He can just absolutely suck the oxygen away from other people. He can suck the attention away from other people. He's doing it right now. I think I have to disagree with you, Congressman. I think he's taking attention away from some of the candidates who are saying things that eventually will probably be what the election is decided on. And he'll be able to do that in debates, presuming he lasts till then.
Well, I don't think so. Look, he's actually provided a chance for these candidates to separate themselves from him and actually make the statements in reaction. So, again, he's a foil in the debate, but I don't think that he's going to be a factor at the end of the race.
How long do you think he stays in the race?
As long as he wants to, frankly. He's got enough money to stay in as long as he wants to. But he's got to balance off how much business he's losing with how much business he's gaining.
And, Bill, you point out that the big danger for Republicans could be if Donald Trump, after the primaries are over, decides to pull a Ross Perot.
Yeah, if he runs third party, that's very dangerous. Republicans need to incorporate what is healthy about the Trump message, which is an anti-establishment, anti-Washington message, a genuine concern about the surge of illegal immigrants and the fact that some of them are criminals. It's not a ridiculous thing to say. The way he said it was crude and reprehensible.
But I want to point out, George, that, what happened in San Francisco was a tragedy to the young woman. And it's clear that somewhere along the line, the immigration system failed in allowing this man to still be on the street. But I think what's egregious about Donald Trump is that he tries to imply because one guy committed a crime that all immigrants and all people from Mexico are like that. And that is incredibly offensive.
Well, he didn't quite say that. And to the degree
he did say that.
To the degree he seemed to say that,
Bill.
every responsible Republican has denounced that.
Well, I disagree.
So well, you can disagree, but Rick Perry sat here and just did it.
Look at the quotes. That's one guy. You've got about 20 people running.
Well, Jeb Bush did it. I mean, look,
Jeb
you don't
Bush
respond to everything everybody says in a campaign. But anytime anybody's been asked, I haven't noticed anybody embrace those remarks. Quite the opposite.
Bill Kristol says the Republicans need Trump voters. What is Hillary Clinton going to do about all those Bernie Sanders voters?
Bernie Sanders is giving Hillary Clinton a pretty serious headache on a couple of fronts right now. He's drawing much, much larger crowds than she is, much more enthusiastic crowds. People are saying things at Bernie Sanders rallies that you just don't hear people saying with the same level of enthusiasm and verve at Hillary Clinton rallies. And he raised a respectable $15 million. Yes, she raised 45, which squashes him, but he wasn't even really trying. I mean, she went to nearly 60 fundraisers, and he went to 2 or 3. He is doing something that they knew was going to happen to a degree, but probably not by him and probably not now.
So how do they handle the threat?
Well, I mean, I think that Hillary Clinton is not taking this nomination for granted. And early on, before there was real competition, people were complaining about a coronation. Well, it's clear there's no coronation now, that there is a legitimate competition. And I think she's going to take that in stride. And at the end of the day, I think this can only be good for Democrats because you have more than one person energizing that base.
When does it stop being good for her, though? I mean, a little competition is a good thing. You're right. Yeah. It takes away the coronation argument. It neutralizes it to some extent. It actually also probably helps her raise money to an extent.
When she loses Iowa and New Hampshire, I'm going to just say it stops being good for her. Bernie Sanders has more individual donors at this stage than Barack Obama had in 2007. I mean, he's being underestimated. And incidentally, are there going to be Democratic debates? We've been talking about the Republican debates, which 10 will make it. I think the first debate is early August, isn't it? Will Hillary Clinton not have to debate Bernie Sanders?
Democratic debate set up,
well, I'm not sure they're quite set up. Let's see. I'm really looking forward to that first debate, and I'm looking forward to Bernie Sanders pointing out on the stage to Hillary Clinton that she defended the deregulation of the bank, she voted for the Iraq War, she's very close to Goldman Sachs. It's going to be a fun Democratic debate.
She's still up by 22 points. I suspect that will get within single digits, that it will be a competition, but I think ultimately Hillary Clinton will be the nominee.
But she pulls the entire Democratic Party well to the left.
Well, and Trump is pulling them well to the right.
She doesn't have to pull it. It's going there.
We got to take a quick break.